Okay, Christina here to listen to some music, and today's music selection is Bloody Well Right by Supertramp. There have been 2 other Supertramp reactions on the channel so far. The first one was Take the Long Way Home. That was a direct request. The second one, The Logical Song, was the poll winner for songs by Supertramp. This one is the second place winner for the poll. It's been a handful of months since I did the other 2 reactions, so it is definitely time to get back to some Supertramp. Also, apparently, recently we lost Rick Davies, the lead singer for Supertramp, so I'll sort of be listening to this with that in mind and not letting it overpower anything, but just being grateful for his musicianship. But that's not all we're doing here. We are also taking a closer look at this music. I am a professional, classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor. So with this closer look, we take a look at the compositional structure, instrumentation, a little bit of form and analysis, maybe some instrument demos, and also how do we relate to this music? Why do we like it? Or maybe why do we not like it? Okay, so enough delay. Let's listen. Okay, we are definitely ready for some more Supertramp. Here we go. Okay, well that was a really cool groove there at the end. Like, really cool. All right, y'all. I don't like the jump scares. All right, after a while, I started feeling like it was Jack in the Box, you know? Just like deet, 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 and I could just feel it. Oh, it's coming again, you know? Okay, maybe it will help the next time I listen to it that I know it's coming. I don't know. I was trying to keep track. Okay, how many beats now has it been? And I'm like, oh, no, 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 I could just feel it. It's going to happen. Okay, it was a neat way to begin it, though. Is it a Hammond organ, maybe, playing? And I guess that's just, what do they call that? Not a hit, a zap, I forget. There's a term for it, where it's just that orchestra hit, the percussive hit. And then this really cool groove. And that's like the whole first minute of this entire song. Very, very creative. All right, let's back this up and get into the groove section again. Tricky little intro there.
You're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Right. You're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. You're bloody well right. You know you're right to say. Yeah, yeah, you're
All right. Just now am I starting to recognize the group. Like it's from the sound from the other two that I've heard, Take the Long Way Home and the Logical Song. It was very different up until just now, like around the 2-minute mark. You know, I was feeling like, take the long way home. You know, that sort of bouncy feel to it. Before it was like the intro was like, whoa, you know, kind of wacky and sparse. But then the groovy section, that was different. That's a sound from this group I've not heard. Then it kind of leveled out a little bit, got a little even more smooth, and we got the vocals in there. So I'm super confused. That doesn't sound like the same vocalist from the other two. That person had a much higher voice. This person is much lower. So I'm really confused. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. So I'm not catching a bunch of the words either. I heard with the title like right, that was, you know, that like that's what I'm picturing, like people doing that. So I don't know. I feel like someone's not happy with something here. Maybe a group of people are not happy, which is interesting because the not happy part came in with the more happier bouncy part. Yeah, that's very interesting. All right, back it up a little bit and keep going.
You know you got a right to say. You bloody well right. You know you're right to say. Yeah, yeah, you bloody well right. You know you're right to say. Me, I don't care anyway. Write your problems down in detail. Take 'em to higher place. You had your girl, I know I shouldn't say where. In the meantime, hush your face. Right, right. You're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Right, you're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. You're bloody well right. You know you're right.
All right. I need to comment on some of these sounds. All right. So yeah, that one little section here with the namesake in it, that does sound more what I'm used to, as I said. And I love the sounds that they're using in there. What is it? It sounds like a little player piano way up high. It's a cute sound. I like it. But again, we got into that smoother, cool section. And it choo, 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 choo. I love the use of the percussion in the background there. And these really deep tones, not just from saxophones. And it sounds like there's more than one. And it's very, I don't know, it's just very layered. It seems a lot deeper that way, more serious. And then it's paired with a guitar that's in the same range. And that actually happened earlier. It sort of fooled me. I heard the saxophone sounds and then there was this other sound. I'm like, what is that? And as it came out into the spotlight, I was like, that's a guitar. So we're having some, is that what like stadium rock or no? I don't know. Maybe some Lynyrd Skynyrd moments even. This is just very different. Okay, and I know it's only my third song by this band, but I kind of was sort of expecting just the happier part, and we're getting so much more. All right, well, we need to see how this thing ends. Back up just a bit, and here we go.
right? You're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say, ha ha, you're bloody well right. You know you're right to say, yeah, yeah, you're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say, you got a bloody 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 right to say.
Okay. So we ended on the happier note, the more bouncy Supertramp, as I know the group, sound. So then where does the other sound come from? The groovy, the cooler sound. Well, it's all cool. So, but it was a little darker. So to me, it seems out of character, but it could very well be in character, just completely in step with this band. And I just have to hear more to get to know that. Or is this an outlier? All right, well, we'll find out eventually. For now, this still sort of plays into one of my main observations of this group, and that is they really play with conversations. So the different instruments kind of playing along with one another, almost a dialogue within the song. The instruments sort of themselves seem to speak. That was one thing I noticed in the middle of this, and I tried to sort of make motions with my hand, like the guitar was like wow wow. It was almost like it was trying to speak. It was trying to talk. But I was like, well, who is it talking to? Because there wasn't, at least I don't think in that moment, there wasn't like someone answering, like call and answer at that time. But maybe in this song, the sections are the call and answer. So that's why I was like, this still kind of fits in with my idea, with one of the things they tend to do in their songs, the dialogue. So the smoother section and the happier section is there's an interval. It alternates. And it's completely different from the intro. Like, why is the intro there? Why'd they have to do that to us? Like the jump scares, right? No, it's all in good fun. It's okay. But these intervals, the cool section and the bouncy section are the ones speaking to one another. I just don't know what the connection is yet. And maybe then there is a different meaning, maybe even a connective meaning for the intro. Let's check the lyrics. So you think your schooling's phony. I guess it's hard not to agree. You say it all depends on money and who is in your family tree, all right? Right. You're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say. Okay, say what? You got a right to say. Ha ha. Me, I don't care anyway. Write your problems down in detail. Take them to a higher place. You've had your cry. No, I shouldn't say wail. In the meantime, hush your face. Is someone being silenced? Well, just based on some of the lyrics, it sounds almost like a protest song. The only thing that I could catch on to was, generational wealth. So is it social class issues? I don't know, nepotism, maybe? So I guess that's where some of the seriousness comes from. So the cool, groovy part is sort of maybe representing the true heart of the problem. But then the bouncier section, it's not necessarily supposed to be bouncy. That's just their sound. So I don't want to take that too literally. Maybe it's someone kind of going in and out of being fed up with what's going on around them. But the intro then, this intro is, all right, maybe I'm looking into this too much. And this is not even the musical part of it. This is more the lyrics part of it. So those of you lyrics people out there, because a lot of you know I'm a music first, lyrics second person. Those of you that are like full on lyrics first people, let me know if I'm on the right track for this song, or if I'm just overreaching. All right, well, let's go back to the intro. Ooh. Do we? Do I wanna? Okay, I will. All right, well, maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. I'm just gonna touch the volume just a smidge. Turn it down. Let's hear it again. It startled me so much I wasn't able to really appreciate the organ part. It was quite nice. See? It's gonna get me every time. It's not squarely, like, on the beat. Got two of them that time. Okay. But it's so pleasing, this little line here. It's just like someone, maybe it's representing someone just kind of walking through life and minding their own business, and these things just come out of nowhere and cause trouble for us, maybe. It's a great keyboard line. And at the beginning, it was so light. Bum, bum, bum. I really like that. That in itself, those little chords, bum, 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 can really represent a lot. It's almost like our heart beating. It helps us sort of bring our heart rates down after the big hits. And then I notice right as I'm settling down that I'm like, uh-oh, we're going to do this again, aren't we? All right, we'll just keep going and see the transition into the next section, because it was really cool. This next section, yeah. Okay, getting more legato. Something's changing. Yeah, the saxophones. Okay, that. I thought it was another saxophone. It's not. That is so cool. That is so cool. I've said this in some past reactions that one of my favorite compositional gestures is fooling the listener when you first hear an instrument. Sometimes it's appropriate to give the listener what they are expecting and what they're wanting. Like, hey, here's a French horn solo. Great, French horn. But sometimes you can sneak an entire, say, string section, woodwind section, maybe even a French horn section, depending on what's happening around them. And you sneak that section in to the point when you're like, wait, what is that? Well, they got me here. I was thinking it was some other kind of saxophone instrument. And no, it's a guitar. And it's all warbly down there. And it's in the same register. So sneaky. Let's hear that again. There. And it comes out, and it's all echoey. See, it's speaking. It's talking. I love this little duet. It's in octaves. That's great. Awesome. Okay. Then we go into, like, I don't know, like a Leonard Skinner moment. It's very rock, you know. I really like this little section that just happened. It might be my favorite section of the song. I would like to appreciate the intro more, but the jump scares kind of bug me. Like if I wanted to listen to this for real, I actually would go back and count the beats so that it wouldn't shock me so much. It's got to be there for a reason though, so I definitely appreciate it. I just can't really relax with it quite yet. But that section just there after it, I really love it. I love the resonance with the guitar. I love the sneaking in of the guitar sound and then the duet with the octave. I also really like the transition from the intro. It was so bum, 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 with those little chords, delicate chords at the beginning, and then it became more and more legato, which just means smooth and connected. And we get to this, and we've got the resonance with the guitars, and then everything is just really smushy. It's great. Okay, but now it changes. This is so different. Let's hear it. This is serious. It's bluesy. And do you hear that? Awesome. Awesome. See, we're just really angry right here. Okay. Right.
You got a bloody right to say. Right. You're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say.
All right. So the bounciness. Now I'm sort of thinking it's less happy and more intense. And now I see kind of the first connection to the intro. So you hear bum, 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 bum. That's what we heard at the beginning with the organ. It was just like bum, bum, just like little tiny gestures of this plight. So it's not bouncy happy, it's more bouncy energy, like collective energy, like a group of people sort of feeling and experiencing the same thing. Let's keep going a little bit more. I like the ha-ha. It's great. And there's the little piano at the top. I love it. I would expect no less from Supertramp. Aha. Right. That was an interesting modulation into the more serious section again. All right. So there's the dialogue. We went from intro to serious to more bouncy and energetic, and then back to serious. Let's hear that transition again. It just kind of went down stepwise, but it really brought us down. I was like, whoa. Because how do we get out of the bounciness, right? Yeah. And it's just down the minor third. I love this bluesy riff. Yeah. Now we're back in the stadium. So yeah, that more serious section, it's the very opposite of the bouncy, energetic section. And it contributes more to that dialogue between the sections. Okay, let's move ahead a little bit and review. There was one more little interesting thing I thought I picked up here towards the end. We've got the claps. Love that. Okay, am I hearing a banjo? And like the player piano? Yeah, it's a fun saxophone solo there. So yeah, am I hearing a banjo in the background? Along with the player piano? So now I'm sort of taken into like a bar situation, and that makes me think of, the average everyday person kind of coming together. How are they protesting though? Maybe they're just complaining about society in general. Yeah, but they've got the right to say something. Okay, that was Bloody Well Right by Supertramp. And I didn't actually address the vocalist, so the tone of the voice of the singer was very different from the other two songs I'd heard. It was a lot lower and sort of more swallowed. Let me just check and see who was singing on this. Okay, I'm just going to Wikipedia here. Okay, Rick Davies. All right, that was him singing, lead vocals. Okay. All right, well, I remember Roger Hodgson from the previous tracks. Let me just check that. All right, I'm looking up the personnel for the Logical song. Aha. Okay, so that was Hodgson. All right, so he's the one with the higher voice. Rick Davies is the lower voice. This is the first time I've heard Rick Davies. So I'm still just getting to know this group. I mean, I just heard their other lead vocalist just now. So, and until now, this group is kind of existing in my head with just the higher vocalist. So now I'm having to sort of expand their existence and welcome in this lower voice that's Rick Davies. I very much enjoyed it. It's a very unique voice, similar to Hodgson. Oh my goodness. They're unique for different reasons, but at the same time, their uniqueness is sort of what unites them, and I can see them going together in a group like this really well. So that makes sense. Otherwise, this did not disappoint. I was expecting that bouncy sound. I got that. I was expecting the use of some really interesting instruments. I got that. I didn't hear the high voice, but that's okay. I'm getting used to that. Now I know Davies' voice. And then we got the new cool groovy sound. Very happy to have that. This really does make me want to listen to a lot more of Supertramp. Okay, so don't forget to do all the things, like and subscribe. You can find me over on Patreon or become a channel member. And as always, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And keep listening.